Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the I-55 Raceway in Pevely, Missouri for the season opener of the Hoosier Open Wheel Racing Series, featuring the Mighty Midgets and the non-wing 410 sprint cars. 14 sprint cars, 20 midgets signed in tonight, going to make for a fantastic evening of racing. And without further ado, let's get right into our racing action. Heat race number one for the Mighty Midgets out on the speedway. Starting on the pole is going to be the driver at Auckland, New Zealand, Craig Silby. Vinny Sansone to his outside. Michael Covey and Noah Bowman in row number 2. Wade Fields and Matt Westfall in row number 3. And rounding out the field will be James Gray. Silby and Sansone lead the field down. Silby's going to fire early in 3 and 4. Green flag's underway for heat race number 1. Silby sticks the bottom side, couple cars up top, trying to use the momentum. Vinny Sansone challenging for the lead into turn number 3, running through the middle of the racetrack. Noah Bowman already utilizing the high side, carrying the momentum, working his way right to the tail tank of Sansone. 3 different grooves on display here early. Bowman's going to stick top shelf. Silby slides high, Sansone looks low. This time by got side-by-side battle for the lead, making a 3-car dance. Bowman's there with the momentum. Turn number 3, Bowman sails it right to the high side once again. Looks like he's going to get Sansone for second that time by, and he does as the cross flags are out. 4 laps down, 4 laps to go. Bowman stalking Silby for the lead with 3 to go. Now Bowman's going to change up the line. He's going to go to the inside. Silby up on the high side. A little bit of contact with the outside wall. Is that the misstep Bowman needed? Slide job for the lead. He's going to make it stick this time. Popsicle 6 in the air. 2 laps to go here in heat race number 1. Silby looking back to the inside. Bowman stays high. Silby fires the slide job. Bowman's going to grab some gravity, cross him over. Drag race to start finish. Give it to Bowman with 1 to go. Now Bowman throws the defensive slider. They're turn 3 out of turn number 4. Checkered flags in the air. Noah Bowman is going to win heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 out on the speedway. Leading to the green this time is going to be Tebow Brannon with B-Mez, Keith Bradley to his outside. Rob Crawley and Dylan Allen in row number 2. Ryan Covey, Jake Hess in row 3, and Cody Parmley. We're going to round out the 7-car field. 7 more cars, going 8 more laps. Here around the I-55 Speedway, Brandon's going to fire in the middle of 3 and 4. We're underway. Great jump for Brandon. First car catfishing around the inside is going to be the Australian, Rob Crawley. Bradley crosses him over, going to keep P2 that time by. Brandon with a little bit of breathing room to this point. Bradley trying to close the gap. A little further back in the pack, Parmley starting to make his move through the field. Started 7th, currently in the 4th position. Down around the low side, not able to hang with the guys using the higher side for the momentum. Parmley with his sights currently set on Dylan Allen for the 3rd spot. Back out front as we're halfway home here in this one. Tebow Brannon still got the lead over Keith Bradley. Bradley right there with him. Does he show the nose into 1 this time? Not quite. Sticks behind him. Grabs some gravity. Now they're even down the back straightaway to turn number 3. Battle for the lead. Bradley down on the inside. Brandon's going to power back by on the high side and keep it as we have 2 to go. Half slider from Bradley. Does he clear it this time into 3 and 4? He throws the long slider. He's got the lead. This time as the white flag is out. 1 to go. Does Brandon have anything here in the last 2 turns? He does not. Bradley runs the defensive slider. Checkered flag flies, and Keith Bradley is going to win heat race number 2. Third and final heat race coming to you for the Hoosier Midgets. Starting on the pole is going to be Scott Bradley in the 17, and Bruce Klingon his outside. The teammates, Jay Schaff and Richie Gaines in row number 2. Row number 3 is going to be Jacob Boxell and Braden Blackshear, with Tom Ostendorf tagging the tail. 7 more cars, 8 more laps. Final heat race for the Hoosier Midgets coming to you. Bradley trots the field all the way through turn number 4 before we get the green flag. Got one around there in the back. Looks like we're going to stay green. We're 3 wide for the lead. Bradley still holding on. Klingon sailing around the high side. Jay Schaff right there as well. Give the lead to Klingon that time by. Jay Schaff throws a slider for the lead. Klingon going to try to cross him back over. Don't count out Bradley. Still right there as well. Long slider from Klingon. Side by side down the front straightaway for the lead. Jay Schaff still holding the lead, but here comes Klingon with the long slide job again through 3 and 4. Schaff's going to turn down the racetrack. A little bit of contact there at the start-finish line as the yellow flag is out. Coming back to green, Klingon, Schaff, Gaines, now your top 3. Pace truck dives off. Klingon waits to the exit. Turn number 4. Green flags back in the air. We're underway with 5 to go. Klingon right to the top shelf using the cushion and the momentum. Jay Schaff going to fire the slide job through 3 and 4. Able to close the gap but not clear him. Cross flags in the air. 4 down, 4 to go here in heat race number 3. Schaff working through the middle. Richie Gaines starting to gain ground on your leaders. Gaines running in the 3rd spot. Running through the middle as Schaff goes all the way to the inside wall. Pulls even with Klingon momentarily. Popsicle sticks in the air 2 more times around. Got 1 car catfishing around the inside. That's Jacob Boxell. Making it work. Holding steady with the top 3. As the white flag flies, 1 lap to go for Bruce Klingon. Doesn't look like anybody's going to have anything for him as Schaff stays to the high side, following him through 3 and 4. Checkered flag flies, and Bruce Klingon's going to win heat race number 3. Heat race number 1 for the sprint cars coming at you. Petteri Codevara going to lead the field to the green with Keith Bradley to his outside. Vinny Sansone and the little hurricane, Mason Hannigan in row number 2. Wade Fields and Richie Gaines in row number 3. And tagging the tail is going to be Michael Covey. 7 cars going for 8 laps. Here around the I-55 Speedway, green flags in the air. Petteri fires. And right away, iRacing timing and scoring not quite right, but the whole field chasing Petteri Codevara here on lap number 1. Vinny Sansone runs in P2. Keith Bradley in the 3rd spot currently. 3 wide for the 3rd spot. A little bit of contact in the back between Covey and Gaines. Everybody stays pointing the right direction. There we go. Now we're caught up. Codevara still your leader. Sansone in P2. Mason Hannigan right behind in the 3rd spot. Sansone got a dig it on the bottom. Looking underneath of Codevara. Hannigan's going to go to the high side. Sansone's going to pick Codevara's pocket. He's got the lead this time by. As they cross the line, cross flags are in the air. 4 down, 4 to go. Here in heat race number 1. Now Codevara under fire from Wade Fields. As everybody drops off the pace, yellow flag is out. Field gets set to come back to green. Sansone, Codevara, Fields, Gaines, and Covey, your top 5. Vinny trots the field down slow. Green flags back in the air. We're underway with 3 laps to go. Sansone, Codevara, Fields, and Gaines all down on the inside. First car setting sail up on the top shelf is going to be Michael Covey. As the popsicle sticks are in the air, 2 laps to go. Sansone with plenty of breathing room. Codevara runs in P2, steps out just a little bit there. Wade Fields holds on to the third spot for the moment with the white flag out. Now under fire from Richie Gaines. Off turn number 4, checkered flag is going to fly. Vinny Sansone's going to win heat race number 1. Codavara in P2, and Richie Gaines picks Wade Fields' pocket and finishes third. Second and final heat race for the 410 sprint cars coming to you. Noah Bowman is going to be on the pole. Joseph Grandy to his outside. Row number 2 is going to find the New Zealander, Craig Silby, and Trevor Royer to his outside. Jay Schaff and Scott Bradley in row number 3, and Ryan Caldwell tagging the tail of the 7-car field. Same old song and dance. 7 cars, 8 laps. We're underway here at Pevely. Noah Bowman glues it down to the inside. Craig Silby right behind, washes out big time on corner exit. Trevor Royer trying to be the beneficiary, setting sail on the high side, using the momentum. Drag race nearly even with Silby for P2. Bowman slips the grip off the corner exit. Now you got a 3-car dance for the lead. Craig Silby chops the nose off of Noah Bowman for the spot. Has the lead momentarily. Trevor Royer turns it down the racetrack, throws a slider of his own in turns 3 and 4. Playing hot potato with the lead position here in this one. Craig Silby throws the long slider across the nose of Royer, takes the line away through 3 and 4. Royer's going to stick to the inside. Drag race for the lead. Cross flags already, 4 down, 4 to go. A little bit of contact between Silby and Royer off turn number 2. Keeps it clean and green as this battle continues to drive away from the rest of the field. Silby with some breathing room for the first time in this race. Royer trying to set up another charge on the high side as the popsicle sticks are in the air. 2 laps to go. Royer closing the gap. Silby running a little bit of a self-slider line. Royer right on the cushion as the white flag is out. 1 lap to go. Does Royer have anything for him? He's going to send it on the high side. Silby's going to stick down low, and at the finish line, Craig Silby going to win heat race number 2 with a little bit of contact from just about everybody else. So coming up next is the B main for the midgets. 12 cars set to do battle for, I believe it's 12 or 15 laps. All drivers will advance. This is just for starting positions in the A main. Michael Covey and Dylan Allen on row number 1. Jacob Boxell, Wade Fields in row 2. Rob Crowley, Scott Bradley in row 3. Matt Westfall, Jake Hess in row 4. Braden Blackshear, James Gray in row number 5. And row number 6 is going to be Ryan Covey and Tom Ostendorf. As field makes their way off turn number 4. Covey fires, challenged by Boxell right away. Oh, we got cars going around here in turn number 1. Do we stay green or does the yellow come out immediately? It does. Saw Rob Crowley get in the back of a couple of the slower cars on the inside going around to draw the first yellow. Let's try it again. Covey, Allen, Boxell, Fields, and Bradley, your top 5. Green flag's back in the air. We're underway. Timing and scoring a little bit behind or ahead on laps at the moment. Just give it a second. Jacob Boxell catfishing around the inside of the speedway, making it work for him as Covey sailing it around the high side. Going to throw the slider on Covey. Covey's going to turn it down the racetrack. Now you got to race for the lead in turn number 3. 3-car dances. Dylan Allen is there as well. Great race up front. Boxell comes down, tries to defend with the short slider, kind of pinching Covey to the inside, side by side down the front straightaway. About to become a 4-car race. Michael Covey throws the big bomb for the lead. He's going to make it stick for the time being. Boxell back down to the inside. Dylan Allen still working in the middle with Wade Fields, the chili dog, sailing it on the high side, trying to throw his hat in the ring. Nearly 3 wide for the lead here in the B main. Boxell still holding steady on the inside. Covey trying to push the cushion on the outside. Dylan Allen trying to find something through the middle. Now Boxall's going to have the lead that time, but here comes Covey with the charge off the high side. Crossed flags, 5 down, 5 to go. Now Boxall with a little bit of breathing room, finding something along the bottom that nobody else has. For second place on back, Dylan Allen's going to throw the slider on Covey for second. Covey's going to cross him back over. These guys throwing down here in the B main. Boxall still catfishing right around the inside. Covey holding on to P2. Allen in third. Wade Fields running in the fourth spot. As Boxall keeps it glued to the inside, a white flag is out. 1 lap to go here in the B main. Like an asphalt car, slow and steady around the inside. He's going to make it work for him, and Jacob Boxall is going to win the B main. Sit down, strap in, and hold on tight as we take you on a 3-wide virtual thrill ride. Ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime for the midgets here at the I-55 Speedway for the season opener of the Hoosier Open Wheel Series. 21 cars checked in tonight. We have 2 cars not answering the call for tonight's A main, so we're going to go green with 19 cars, and it should be one hell of a season opener. Rolling from the pole is going to be Noah Bowman in the 24. Keith Bradley to his outside. Row number 2, you're going to find Bruce Klingen and Craig Silby. Tebow Brandon and Jay Schaff in row number 3. Vinny Sansone, Cody Parmley in row number 4. Row number 5, you're going to find Jacob Boxall and Richie Gaines. Row number 6, Dylan Allen, Michael Covey. Wade Fields, Matt Westfall in row number 7. Tom Ostendorf and James Gray, row number 8. Ryan Covey and Jake Hess, row number 9. And row number 10, all by himself, is going to be the 17 of Scott Bradley. 19 cars going for 30 laps here for the season opener at I-55. Noah Bowman fires, and we're underway. Bowman off to a clean start. 3 and 4 wide throughout the field behind. It's going to be tough to try to keep up with all the action. Right there you see it 3 wide for 5th, 6th, and 7th. That was Silby, Parmley, and Sansone. Now they're 4 wide, this time off turn number 2. Haven't quite deciphered all the racing lines yet, but I guarantee you these boys are using all of them. Out front, Tebow Brandon catfishing his way up into P2. Noah Bowman setting sail around the top side of the racetrack, starting to lose ground to Brandon. Bemez bouncing off the boards on the high side with Craig Silby to his inside. Cody Parmley following Brandon all around the inside of the speedway. Still 2 and 3 wide throughout the pack. Brandon starting to close the gap on Bowman. Staying glued to the inside as Bowman's banging the boards on the fence. Only 5 laps in, and great start so far. Battle for third going on right now. Cody Parmley down around the inside. Craig Silby trying to find some speed running through the middle of the racetrack. Wanting to find his way onto the podium. As the rest of the pack catches up to Noah Bowman, we got a pass for the lead as the yellow flag comes out. First caution coming out for the 76 of James Gray. Him and Scott Bradley get together and both cars go for a tumble in turn number 3. as the field gets ready to come back to green. Noah Bowman, Tebow Brandon, Cody Parmley, Craig Silby, and Keith Bradley, your top 5. Green flag's back in the air. We got 23 to go. Bowman working through the middle of the racetrack this time. Tebow Brandon staying right on the inside. Starting to lose some of that grip he had early on. Parmley assumes the 3rd position. Passes Craig Silby, working the middle of the racetrack. Bowman has led it from the drop of the green flag. Brandon starting to struggle down on the inside. Smooth and steady, but you have to wait on the car so long to run that line. We got a moment. Take a ride with Tebow Brandon around the inside of the I-55 Speedway. Left front tire just about making contact with the inside wall at every single corner. We come down the front straightaway, starting to close the gap on Noah Bowman as the middle of the racetrack going away as well. Bowman still out front as we start nearing the halfway point. We took a ride with Tebow around the inside. Let's see how different it is to go around the top shelf with Noah Bowman. Moving around a lot to try to find the grip. Full send on the top shelf of 3 and 4. Starting to run away from the rest of the field as Brandon now under fire from both Cody Parmley and Craig Silby for 2nd. Just past the halfway point in this one, 14 laps to go. Brandon's down 1 spot, in danger of going down 2. Silby using the momentum on the high side as Parmley able to get around on the inside. Now Parmley trying to set his sights on Noah Bowman for the lead. Parmley's got that car rotating really well on the inside of the speedway and good drive off each of the corners. Noah Bowman still sticking to the top shelf in 3 and 4 right up against the wall as the yellow flag flies. Caution coming out this time for the 21 of Bruce Klingen. Dylan Allen in front jumps the right rear tire of Jay Schaff. Klingen does the same. 720's the car out of turn number 2 and draws the yellow. There we go, coming back to green. Bowman your leader. Parmley, Brandon, Silby, and Gaines now make out your top 5. Noah Bowman fires. We're back underway with 11 to go. Cody Parmley right to the inside of the speedway, side by side for the lead down the back straightaway. Bowman still sending it up top. Parmley does not have the run off the bottom of 4. 10 laps to go, 2/3 of the way home. Parmley digging on the bottom, keeping Bowman in striking distance. Bowman with a better drive out of turn number 2 by far. Parmley trying to find a way to straight line it down the front straightaway to close the gap back up. Now Parmley's going to switch lines. He's going to go top shelf, follow Noah Bowman through. Here in the closing laps, going to see some interesting strategies try to play out. Craig Silby and Tebow Brandon battling it out for the 3rd and final spot on the podium. As Richie Gaines is right there as well. Bowman still got the lead, running through the middle of turns 1 and 2. Parmley trying to run a diamond line on 1 and 2. Going to diamond it in 3 and 4 as well. How does it work for him? Bowman able to keep him at bay, 0.4 of a second between first and second, as the fistful was displayed that time by 5 laps to go. Silby comfortably in P3 for the moment. Noah Bowman still setting sail on the high side. A little bit of contact with the outside wall as Pevely gets into the wall, cartwheels the car. Running second to drawing the yellow, Cody Pevely. Would not be an open wheel race without a plot twist. Noah Bowman still your leader. Craig Silby now assumes P2. Tebow Brandon in P3. Sansone in 4th. Richie Gaines in 5th. Green flags in the air. 3 laps to go. Does anybody have anything for Noah Bowman? Silby slides all the way up across the racetrack. Bowman with a good drive down the back straightaway. Silby and Brandon both with the full send sliders. Do they have anything for him with 2 to go? Bowman makes contact with the outside wall. Silby and Brandon following each other. Big slide jobs closing the gap on corner exit, but Bowman's got a good drive off. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. Through 3 out of 4. Defensive slider for Noah Bowman. Checkered flag flies, and Noah Bowman's going to win the season opener here at I-55. Now, folks, what a fantastic opening night from the Mighty Midgets and the Hoosier Open Wheel Racing Series. Let's check out our A feature rundown for the season opener. Noah Bowman going to be your winner. Craig Silby in P2. Vinny Sansone sneaks by for P3. Tebow Brandon in 4th. Richie Gaines rounds out the top 5. Dylan Allen, Michael Covey, Jay Schaff, B-Mez, Keith Bradley, and the Chili Dog, Wade Fields, going to round out the top 10. Jacob Boxell, Tom Ostendorf, Ryan Covey, Matt Westfall, Bruce Klingen, Jake Hess, Scott Bradley, Cody Pevely, James Gray, and Braden Blackshear round out your 20-car field. Well, if you thought that was good, folks, sit tight. We're not done yet. The 410 Sprint Car A-Main is next. Well, folks, we are set to do battle with the second A feature of the evening, coming to you from the 410 Sprint Cars of the Hoosier Open Wheel Racing Series. 14 cars set to do battle for 30 laps, and let's see your starting lineup. Rolling from the pole is going to be the 80 of Vinny Sansone. To his outside, the New Zealander, Craig Silby. Petteri Kodavara and Trevor Royer are going to be on row number 2. Row number 3 is going to be Richie Gaines and Jay Schaff. Wade Fields and Joseph Grandy in row number 4. Row number 5 is going to be Michael Covey and Noah Bowman. Keith Bradley and Ryan Caldwell. Mason Hannigan and Scott Bradley are going to round out the field. Sansone, Silby going to trot the field down out of turn number 4. Green flags in the air. We're underway for 30 laps here at Pevely. Sansone going to stick it right down to the inside. Silby running through the middle. Trevor Royer trying to announce his presence with authority. Puts it up on the cushion. Came so close to picking off Craig Silby in the heat race. Doesn't want to let him get away here in the A-Main. Vinny Sansone got it glued to the bottom like the asphalt cars. Silby working through the middle. A little bit of a slider line that time. He's going to assume the lead as we start working lap number 4. Now Trevor Royer working his way around Vinny Sansone. Following Craig Silby for the lead. While we got our eyes on Trevor Royer, let's take a ride with him around the I-55 Speedway. As he's working the top shelf at both ends of the racetrack, following Craig Silby. Vinny Sandstone still sticking to his guns on the inside of the speedway as he's starting to drop back. Now Jay Schaff is in the ring as well. 4-car race out front. A little bit of contact with the outside wall for Schaff as Silby and Royer both get a piece of the outside wall down a back straightaway. Vinny Sandstone still trying to catfish it around the inside, hoping the top shelf will burn itself out. Silby still your leader. 0.4 of a second the gap to Trevor Royer in second. Now Jay Schaff switches up the lane, goes to the low side, tries to get a drive off the bottom. It's just not there, not able to get around Trevor Royer. Now Royer starting to close the gap again on Craig Silby. 2.5 tenths this time versus 4 tenths a couple laps ago. You see Silby's car stepping out on corner exit. Royer trying to keep his as straight as possible, keep the tires under it. Shaft drops back just a little bit as Noah Bowman enters the picture for the first time this race. Currently runs in the 4th spot, looking to get around Jay Schaff. A little bit of contact, right rear tire of the outside wall. Goes for the slider line. Gets it digging along the bottom, just not enough drive out of turn number 4 to pass up Schaff. Back out front, Silby's still leading. Trevor Royer really trying to close the gap. Cross flags, 15 down, 15 to go. Top shelf starting to get real thin. Lap car of Scott Bradley lies ahead of your leaders. Does he play a factor? Silby runs the slider line. Royer stays up on the cushion. Royer right to the back bumper. Don't look now. Here comes Noah Bowman. About to have a 3-car race for the lead with the lap car just ahead. Bowman with a great run off turn number 2 this time. Bradley's in the wall. And I do believe that is going to draw the first yellow of the race. Field coming back to green. Craig Silby, Trevor Royer, Noah Bowman, Jay Schaff, and Vinny Sansone are your top 5. Silby fires, Royer follows, and we got 11 laps to go. Silby tries to defend with the slider line. Royer goes right to the cushion, brings Noah Bowman with him. The slider line worked for Silby on the start. 10 to go this time. Noah Bowman down to the inside through 1 and 2. Trevor Royer sticking to the top shelf. Now Bowman with the long slider leaves Royer the lane where he maintains P2. Now Bowman going to bring it all the way to the wall, blocks the run of Trevor Royer. Does Royer answer back with one of his own? He does not. He hangs it around the inside as Bowman to the top shelf, sets sail. Got 8 laps. Can he reel in Craig Silby? Silby with a big misstep down the back straightaway that time. Bowman trying to make up the difference. Slips the grip out of turn number 2. Silby goes to the defensive slider line. Bowman has to change up his line last second. And don't look now, but here comes a little hurricane. Mason Hannigan. Hannigan wants a piece of it here in the closing laps. This time by the handful. 5 to go. Contact with Royer and Hannigan. Royer goes around and the yellow flag is out. Another race with plot twists. Silby your leader, Bowman in second, Jay Schaff inherits P3, Vinny Sansone in 4th, and now Wade Fields, the Chili Dog, rides in 5th. Come down to the green flag with 4 laps to go. Silby, carbon copy, slider. Noah Bowman to the top shelf, big speed, brings Jay Schaff with him. Runs through the middle of 3 and 4, tries to diamond cut it as the yellow flies once again on the restart. Caution coming out for contact between Pevely Codavara and Ryan Caldwell. Looks like Codavara went to change lanes, didn't realize that Caldwell was there, and collects the back half of the field. Coming back to green, hopefully for the final time. Silby, Bowman, Shaft, Sansone, Field, still your top 5. Field fires, we're back underway. Silby with the slider once again. Bowman with a huge charge off top side of the racetrack. Sets it up for a short slider. Leaves the lane open for Silby. You got a drag race for the lead with 2 to go. Bowman finds the grip in the middle of the turns 1 and 2. He's got the lead down the back straightaway. Silby fires the long slider. Bowman's going to turn it down the racetrack. White flag is out, 1 to go. Bowman's got the lead. Silby's right there. Jay Schaff has a bobble down the back straightaway. Bowman defends on the inside. Checkered flag's going to fly. And I believe Craig Silby got it. What a finish. Looking at our timing and scoring, Craig Silby got it. We're going to go back and take a look. We see him work through turns 3 and 4 here. Going to watch it in slow motion. Silby gets real tight, trying to catfish around the bottom. Bowman, wheel-to-wheel contact. Silby gets pushed down in the grip, stands on it, wheel stands. He's going to get it by a car length. Noah Bowman's going to finish in P2. Jay Schaff is going to round out the podium. Folks, what a fantastic night from both classes of cars. We're going to look at our A feature rundown for the 410 sprint cars. The New Zealander Craig Silby is going to take the win by just over a car length over Noah Bowman. Jay Schaff's going to finish on the podium. Vinny Sansone and the Chili Dog, Wade Fields, round out your top 5. Richie Gaines, Keith Bradley, Mason Hannigan, Ryan Caldwell, and Scott Bradley round out the top 10. Pevely Codavara, Michael Covey, and Trevor Royer, and Joseph Grandy round out your 14-car field. And folks, the best news of it, that is only week number 1. Next week, however, the series is going to split up with the midgets going to the Houston Speedway in Brandon, South Dakota. And the 410 sprint cars will take on the fastest half mile in Florida, the Volusia Speedway Park. Definitely not something you're going to want to miss, and you'll see it all right here on the B-Main Bandits YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.